Today marks the 8th day since Russian missiles started being fired at Ukrainian soil. Yet despite significant progress, especially in the southern towns bordering Black Sea by the invading Russian soldiers, Ukrainian forces have put up strong resistance. At the beginning of the war, it was estimated that it would take less than 24 hours before Russian forces completely took over Ukrainian capital and took control of the government functions. However, today, the mighty Russian forces have not made this progress. Appearing to have changed tact, the invading Russian forces are now attacking civilian-occupied areas. This is against their initial promise to only target military establishments, government buildings and the air bases. Using missiles and seemingly cluster bombs, Russian forces have targeted non-military establishments. On Tuesday, Russian forces escalated their attacks, and their missiles hit crowded areas including one central square in Ukraine's second largest city and two Kiev's main TV tower. Casualties were reported. President Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukraine's leader, rebuked the Russian forces' actions. He said, quote, "Nobody will forgive, nobody will forget." On Thursday, Russians attacked Europe's biggest nuclear power plant, located in Zaporizhzhia. They then took over the power plant. The move sparked concerns from many European countries, and a further damage on the plant could have posed risks on the safety of the people near plant. The world seemed to have escaped from another full-blown nuclear catastrophe by a whisker. President Zelensky called the attack reckless. If there is an explosion, it is the end of everything. The end of Europe, says Zelensky after the Russian troops' actions. After the attack, Ukrainian president appealed to the West to enforce the no-flying zone in his country. On Friday, North Atlantic Treaty Organization responded to Ukrainian leader. In Brussels, NATO allies rejected Ukraine's request, saying if they take that route, NATO would have entered into direct confrontation with Russia. We understand the desperation, but we also believe that if we did that, we would end up with something that could end in a full-fledged war in Europe, said Stoltenberg. NATO's interference by taking over Ukraine's airspace means that NATO troops will have to shoot down Russian airplanes violating Ukrainian airspace. Despite not sending its NATO troops, the West have assisted Ukraine by sending military aid in terms of ammunition and anti-tank missiles. The javelins from the West have been of great help to Ukrainian forces in repulsing Russian tanks.